Clan versus Clan is one of the most important events in all of RSL, and it is very important that you guys do two things. Firstly, that you prepare appropriately, and two, while the event is live, you give it your all. Now, there are some caveats to that, of course. Maybe you don't want to give it your all because you're potentially not in a personal reward one, or you're potentially saving for, I don't know, something like Leonardo at this time. So that's another caveat too. But barring those things, of course, is your time to really just, this is my favorite time actually, because it's when the game feels like it gives you permission to play the game. So we're going to talk about some of the things you can do to prepare for your next upcoming clan versus clan whenever you guys are watching this video. Of course, whenever it is, that'll still be relevant. And we're also going to talk about some of the do's and don'ts in the cycle of clan versus clan. So anyways, if you guys want to get an awesome start in Raid Shadow Legends, then look at this. Download and get started today on a brand new account for Raid Shadow Legends using my code down below in the description. You'll help me out tremendously and I greatly appreciate it. And when you do, you'll get access to Elenaril the Legendary at the sign up. You'll also get Uugo, an Epic champion at level 10, Lightsworn, another Epic at level 20, and Tagoar, an Epic at level 30. You also can use Desert Queen to unlock the Legendary 2 Rock. Get started today and get over $200 worth of free goodies, and it helps me out again tremendously, so I greatly appreciate it. So one of the most important things you can do is make sure that you are prepared. So whether that's with forage and stuff like that, you want to make sure you're not selling off any of these resources. You want to make sure that you've got that stuff. Now, the reason why I said it feels like the game gives you permission to play the game is while you can always play, unfortunately, and I guess maybe fortunately for some, there are optimal times when you should be playing. For example, if we look at the objectives here, when clan versus clan is up, particularly the ones that have personal rewards, we'll talk about that more in a moment, you get points for literally doing anything from upgrading your champions and all the different ways you can do so, summoning new champions, all the different stages that are here, arena objectives, demon lord, etc. Forge is a big one here that's almost always, I believe always, frankly, 2x boosted, etc. So the game really says, hey, again, this is your time. Now, what I will say is I would prioritize the personal rewards, and one thing I can really tell you is that if you're in an alliance like mine, where I'm just in a throwaway one, I just joined a random one, I will be changing because there is no coordination. You really want to have coordination with your clan, but if you're in one like mine, don't over invest too early, even if there are personal rewards, because if you lose this clan versus clan, you are not getting said personal rewards. I am currently in third place overall in terms of actual contribution to this clan versus clan, but we've got a lot of guys towards the bottom here, and frankly, I'm pretty sure we're not going to win this with just a few hours remaining, and so my over investment didn't really do much for me overall. But it is what it is. At least I got the natural clan rewards, right? So that's cool. Anyway, moving on from that, if you have been preparing, then there's probably several things that you have. Every now and again, you'll get a login champion. Those are characters that you should save in your gift box until a clan versus clan event rolls around. If you have any demon lord keys, guess what? Save them in your gift box. Don't claim them. Save them and then use them during this event, and so on and so forth. That is really what it is, because a lot of this is just resource management. If you have any sort of fragment summon that you can do, guess what? Save it for a clan versus clan, because you will get a ton of points for doing these summons during said event. And that is something that we can really go down the list. So when it comes down to it, you really don't want to be investing too much in your artifacts. You really don't want to be wasting silver, wasting books, upgrading champions, basically doing largely anything outside of this. But what I can tell you is, obviously, there are caveats and stipulations to that, but if there is an ongoing event and there isn't a clan versus clan in sight, obviously, then it is what it is. If you want to participate in the event, you've got to do that by whatever means available to you. But if there is an event you can double dip in, for example, this dragon tournament, there's also a gear farming event ongoing. These are things that you typically will have alongside of a clan versus clan. And so what you want to be doing is you want to be double dipping by completing the objectives in these, which whatever they are, whatever event it is, of course. In this case, we need to farm gear. We can double dip with these already. We could triple dip with clan versus clan, get points there. you want to be doing all of that at the same time. You want to be hitting those same markers overall. But moving on from that, what are some other things you can do aside from, again, saving your legendary champions, saving them whatever you get in your gift box, etc., not investing too much in characters, artifacts? What are some other things you can do? Well, you can actually go to some of these markets and start stockpiling early on some of these resources. You can grab these energies and sit on them. You can grab some of the tomes and sit on them. These are some various things that you can do to help you out overall, to make sure that you are ready for when another clan versus clan rolls around, or frankly another event that you're maybe more interested in as well. Really quick before we proceed, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe. It does help me out tremendously. Let's get this video to a level of 100 likes. I'd greatly appreciate it. All right, so moving on from that, let's go ahead and talk about some of the other things that you can do. So if you are participating, just like everyone else is anyway, you should be, in these demon lords, make sure that you are saving your chests for when we do start this. You don't need to claim these. Claim these post start of the clan versus clan. Same goes for the others. If you see a 2x participation in faction wars or anything like that, again, that's another mode that you need to be prioritizing. An easy way to get a ton of repeatable points is by using Arena and Tag Arena specifically to get the points. Now, one thing you can do is you could just set a garbage defense to fall down in the ranks and then come back up by farming those matches that you will then have. But playing Arena is a pretty easy way to get this done. Now, obviously, you'd like to be doing this specifically when there is an event ongoing, but there isn't. But if there isn't anyway, like there isn't now, this is another good thing that you can do to help you get more points in clan versus clan. That's really repeatable and easy to do. Unless there's an event ongoing, Dragon can be pretty inefficient on points. So one thing you should be doing is trying to farm the Spider overall. Specifically, if you can, you want to be pushing from 20 to 25 in those ranges overall, because you get the best energy to point ratio, and you also do get silver as well. So that's something that's very beneficial when you are running these gear farming events, and again, double dipping ideally with clan versus clan. Another huge thing you should be doing and should not be doing revolves around character enhancement. So you don't need to be working on any of your champions. I know that you want to probably, but it's beneficial if you don't, if there's not obviously a champion progression event ongoing or a clan versus clan or both. You really want to be sitting on all your stuff. So your ascensions, your books, your skill upgrade, those are the same thing, your upgrade ranks. You want to be sitting on everything until a clan versus clan comes around, because you will get a ton of points just for working on these characters. And when the clan versus clan runs around, that is the time that the floodgates open. You are free to level up your characters. You're free to advance them as much as you can. I would actually work on leveling them up and then also bringing up requisite food around them, bringing up those 2-star champions up to 5 stars so you can throw them into other 5 stars, make 6 stars, and just keep on going. It's a whole cycle, but you do get a ton of easy points if you are able to do that. That's where getting those tomes earlier, like I was mentioning, does kind of really feed into that. Of course, you're going to get tomes a number of different places and ways, but if you really want to, there are obviously rare champions you can invest in, and you can upgrade their skills and go from there. So working on these champions is one of the top ways that you guys are going to get overall progression, and it'll also help prepare you. If you just create a bunch of high-level food, it'll prepare you for upgrading rank in other events as well. So that's another thing you can do, but now is the time to really do all of your farming. Really, you got a couple day window when clan versus clan is on, and you really want to try to maximize it. Now, one of the most important things that I frankly, I'm surprised we got this far in the video and I haven't mentioned yet is, I've said all video, it's all about stockpiling resources and spending at the right time, which is when clan versus clan is up again, or spending it when a big time event is up for some sort of mega champion that you really want. But you really need to be stockpiling, and I'm not a good example of this because I burned mine, right? But you really want to be stockpiling your gems and your energy. Those are the two most important resources overall. Now, gems will help you with your energy, of course. You have more refreshes, but those are two really important things because they will be your gateway to all the farming we were just talking about, right? So you really want to make sure you are stockpiling that, and there's not a huge reason to be using that stuff outside of an event like this anyway. But as always, you can definitely check the game's schedule calendar to really make sure that the stuff is lining up the way you want it to, or maybe sometimes, like I mentioned earlier, you can wait a day and some other events do pop in and you can get better energy mileage that way. So that's mostly everything that you need to know in terms of preparing and being successful in your next clan versus clan tournament when that goes up. Hopefully this video was helpful. If it was, make sure you hit that thumbs up and subscribe. And if you want to get a really strong start in Raid Shadow Legends, all you've got to do is click that link in the description, preferably on PC. when you are signed out of your play account, and that'll get you started from there. So thank you so much. I'll see you in the next video. So thank you so much. And if you haven't seen my video all about Raphael, make sure you click the video on the screen right now.